Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 19 on the Xbox One X. It is time to start a brand new season, and in the previous video, or at the end of the previous video, I went through the contracts that I've been offered, the bikes that I've been offered. So the Aprilia factory team, the Ducati factory team, and the Pramac Ducati factory team. So yeah, I'm going to choose, and I am going to go for the Aprilia for this season. So this is going to be a very interesting season because I know that the Aprilia is a pretty crap bike, pretty slow in this game. So it's going to be an interesting season. Okay, so I have changed all the bits, got my new helmet done, or chose a new helmet from the online part rather than designing my own. So there is the number one, the new number one colour on the bike. That is the bike itself, obviously. Kept my name on my ass the same. Red boots, red gloves, and my helmet for this season. There we go, another showy. This time an Aprilia inspired one, a Rockstar Energy on it. Got Sky on it as well. Obviously Aprilia sponsored by Sky Q. Chuppa Chups at the front. Alright, time for winter testing at Sepang. Let's go pick our development pack for the season. So we go into the Aprilia garage. Now, I really don't know how this is going to go, but I don't think it's going to go well. I think it's going to be a very, very difficult season. But I do what I can, and hopefully I can... I don't know. It's gonna be the more interesting seasons. I think it is literally the worst bike, and yeah, I think the two seasons after this one are gonna be easier than this one. So this is literally probably gonna be my hardest season to do. So hopefully we can at least get some points. That's the main thing. All right, let's go. Okay, so I've just done a 202.1, which is very, very worrying because that is not a good lap time at all. So the Aprilia, yeah, it does feel slow, I'm not going to lie. Acceleration is quite slow, obviously top speed is quite slow. The only good thing about it being relatively slow is that I can actually brake later because I'm not going as quick. So yeah, that's the kind of only saving grace, I think, for the Aprilia. I really hope that, yeah, I can kind of muster some sort of result in the season. I know Team Championship is going to be completely out of the question. Well, more than likely. The Constructors' Championship, maybe not. It depends on how well I do, but I do think that the Team Championship is out of the question. I think that's going to be similar to KTM. Riders' Championship, I don't know. That is all really up in the air. But we have to wait and see with that one. So currently, yeah, fastest lap I've done. My first lap on the Aprilia was a 202.1. That is not a good lap. That is not really kind of pace we need to be going if we want to get some decent results. So I have to wait and see, but at the moment, yeah, well, I am going quick, almost a second quicker, so bringing the time down, which obviously is a good thing. So getting towards the end of the lap. Final corner. It doesn't spin up the rear too much, which is quite nice. It does wheelie again though. Okay, what's this one going to be? 20.9. So that lap wasn't actually too bad at all. That was a fairly decent lap, that one. Okay, let's go on to pack 2. See how we get on with this one. Okay, so 2 minute flat 0.9 to beat. Just to put into perspective, I actually had a quick look at my Suzuki test that I'd done at the beginning of last season, My quickest lap was a 1:58.645. So, yeah, I'm quite a bit off that pace at the moment. That just goes to show how slow the Aprilia is. Hoping I can get that time down a little bit more. See what it is at the next split. But the Aprilia does feel like really smooth. So as long as I can stay relatively smooth, I think it does have potential. I will probably, yeah, we're second off. So a second under my own time. So we're looking at a 1:59 at the moment. So that's not bad. But yeah, it does feel very, very smooth. Like I said, it doesn't really spin the rear up too much, which is quite nice. I will probably have to do upgrades throughout the season, because I know that I will struggle on quite a few tracks, I think. The first one is probably going to be quite a difficult race because of the long start-finish straight. 1.6. I tell you what, this is going to be a low 1:59, which isn't too bad. That's going to be less than a second off of my Suzuki time, which isn't really too bad at all. Okay, so through the final corner, a little bit wide. And just to run to the line. Keeping the front end down, that was good. 1:59 flat, that was good. Okay, so 1:59 flat, my fastest lap so far. That's only 0.4 off of my Suzuki time. So pack 3, let's see how we get on with this one. Okay, so let's see how we go. 1:59 flat is what I've got to beat. I think that's going to be quite a difficult time to beat on the Aprilia, but I'll do what I can. I'm actually quite pleased that I got under the 2-minute mark. You know, 0.3 off already at the first sector. This pack doesn't feel as good as pack 2. So we have to see how the rest of the lap goes. But yeah, it doesn't feel as quick or as good. Split will be coming up very soon, and we can see whereabouts we are. 0.6 off, yeah, so this is not going to be a quicker lap, that's for sure. Obviously at the end of the test I will look at the averages, the average times for all 3 packs, and then make my decision based on the average time, because it's all well and good just going for the one quick lap. You want to be able to do quick laps consistently. Going for the average lap time is better than just a one-off flying lap. Yeah, we're getting close to a second off of my time with pack 2. So I think we can pretty much write off pack 3. My previous lap wasn't that great either. So I think this is going to be a no for me, and I've gone too wide there as well. This is definitely in the no pile. 2-minute 0.6. So average times, there we go, got 2:01.5 average time for pack 1, a 1:59 there for pack 2, and 2-minute flat. So pack 2 is the way to go for the Aprilia for me. The first round is obviously Qatar. So let's head over and get this season underway with the Aprilia. Okay, well, I actually got straight through to Q2. And I was 5th place overall, which was, you know, quite a nice little surprise. Wasn't really expecting to be that high. But I was still like, I think I was about 6/10 off, which again isn't too bad. If I can get some decent points at this track, I will consider that almost like a victory, because I know that it's going to be very difficult with that long start-finish straight, and how slow the Aprilia is. So like I said, when I came here with the Suzuki, I remember specifically being right behind Iannone, and he had quite a gap on me, and I caught him and passed him with ease down the start-finish straight. So, you know, I think that was in FP3 that happened. It might have been in qualifying, but yeah, definitely got past him really, really easily. So, yeah, this is going to be a difficult race. Literally just damage limitation on round 1. As long as I can get some points, I will be happy. If I can get a top 5 result, that will be very, very good. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, just off of Rossi's time at the moment. Can I have a good last sector? Final corner. Run to the line, try and keep the front end down. Yeah, nicely done. Where's that going to put me? It's put me in 3rd. That's not too bad. Only a 10th off. Starting on the front row with the Aprilia, just a 10th off of DEgITx on pole.
On the favourite riders for today. A few minutes to go, and finally the spectacle will begin.
Wow, turn out for the books. 26-degree track temperature, medium front, soft rear. Let's do it. Let's do it. So Dovy's gone for the same.
Qatar Motorcycle Grand Prix will start shortly here in Doha, and the riders are ready to compete on an amazing illuminated racetrack. All
right, let's see how we go. See how the Aprilia gets off the line, shall we? Go. Well, that wheelie kind of damaged me a little bit, but other than that, wasn't too bad into turn 1. A little wide, but 3rd place, that's not bad. And ooh, nearly past Vinales. Tell you what, that was a pretty decent start. We were good on the brakes into turn 1. Around the outside of Vinales and up to 2nd place. I'm able to fight here. Oh, I swear they do that. That's happened to me every season on the first lap of Qatar. Someone has dive bombed me into that specific corner. I think last season it might have been Miller. That wasn't a good exit. That was not a good exit. We've lost quite a bit of time on DeVizioso there. It might end up being one of... Oh, no, Vinales is back through. And I'll take that back. Thank you very much, Maverick. It might be one of those races where DeVizioso just pisses off into the distance and I can't catch him. But I may be able to get 2nd place, which I tell you what, for the start of the championship, that is not bad going. I would take that. I've got to see what the damage is going to be down the start-finish, because I think we may get a bit mullered. Although we've got a bit of a gap over Vinales already. It's actually Petrucci in 3rd now, 1.4 behind. Vinales back up to 3rd now. Tell you what, we've actually closed in on DeVizioso slightly. Into the final corner. He's not pulling away too much down the straight. That's surprising. He is pulling away now. But for the majority, I was only about 0.3 of a second slower on that lap. I've gone, like, obviously way too hot into turn 1. I've got a good exit. Wow, I was not expecting this, that's for sure. Don't forget, this bike has got no upgrades and it's not a great bike. But because it is smooth and it feels smooth, it might be quite kind on its tyres. Because it's not spinning up the rear too much, apart from when I go on the curbs. Losing time coming out that hairpin. Gone in too hot into this one. Try and cut that back and get an exit if I can. Not too bad. Half a second to DeVizioso. He's not getting away. Or more likely, I'm not dropping back. But let's not forget, we are both on medium front and soft rears. So that is quite a nice thing. And we really close in through these quick right-handers. I was not expecting to be able to stay with the leader here. I was just expecting him to disappear and me just be in a lonely second place or in a battle. But we are ahead of the battle for third. There's quite a few of them battling for third. Tell you what, that wasn't a bad exit from me that time. Use a bit of slipstream. Not going to be able to do much about that Ducati down here, but he is starting to pull away again, but not by much. Fastest lap of the race by me, 153.5. Okay, now I'm going to start pushing a little bit more because I am right on DeVizioso. Said, because the Aprilia is not as fast, I can brake later. And I did notice at Sepang that with the Aprilia, the braking markers actually make more sense. With the other bikes that I've used, because they're quicker in a straight line, you try and brake some of the braking markers and you're braking too late. But it seems to make a bit more sense with the Aprilia. Using those braking markers, you can get the bike stopped in time. But this is very, very surprising. Like, my pace in FP3 was good enough for 5th, and I had to push quite hard, and I was still 0.6 off. Qualifying was a bit of a surprise as well, getting on the front row only a 10th behind Dovi, and a lot less than that behind Marquez. Almost 3 seconds ahead of third place as well, so I don't think third place is going to come into it. It's literally going to be a straight fight between DeVizioso and myself. Ducati versus Aprilia, of course both Italian manufacturers. Bit of a wheelie there, and then again as well. Sometimes right as you get towards the end of third gear, the front end just lifts up like quite annoyingly. So onto lap 4 of 8, still in second place, but still staying with DeVizioso. I don't know how much more pace I can get out of this Aprilia. I really don't know. I'm literally going to have to try and just put some perfect laps together. So closing on the brakes there, but still get the bike stopped and turned. That is definitely a strength of the Aprilia, is how late I can brake. Into the hairpin. I daren't go up the inside into the hairpin because that will just be an ugly overtake. We'll end up with a crash. Oh, I thought I was going to hit him again there, so I had a little twitch there. And we still gain out of that corner. That left-hander we've just come through. All the other manufacturers, I've been able to, you know, make up places there. But look how close we are to DeVizioso. Let's not forget that is a factory Ducati. And we're right with him. But the guys behind starting to close up a bit. Has DeVizioso's pace started to drop? Has he not been kind to that rear tyre? So it wasn't a good exit out the final corner. Not telling me what the gap is back to Mir, who's in third. That's a good result for him if he can get on the podium. See how much we close in on the brakes again. Again, we take quite a big chunk out of him on the brakes. Yeah, that gap behind has come down. Mir is only 2 seconds behind. It was nearly 3 seconds a couple of laps ago. So the guys behind are starting to up their pace. I don't know if DeVizioso has destroyed his rear tyre or what he's doing. But, ooh. I need to get past him, I think. I need to get past him, otherwise these guys behind may end up catching him. So I need to get DeVizioso as quick as possible. They really are starting to close. I just had a moment with the rear as well. So that gap is really coming down from third place. Here we go. There is the lead on the Aprilia. I am leading on an Aprilia in MotoGP. I don't know what the gap is back to third now, but that is less than 2 seconds, that is for sure. Now I need to see if I can pull away from DeVizioso, but this is not what I was expecting to happen. Third place is nearly with DeVizioso now, so he must have just destroyed his rear tyre because they are pretty much with him now. Oh, I've gone in too hot, way too hot. That's lost me some time. A wheelie as well, just for good measure. DeVizioso could lose second place here. They really have caught up really quickly. We're on lap 6 of 8. Can I hold on? Can I stay in the lead, or are the guys behind? Dovi is down. Dovi has had a crash at turn 1. Dovi was really suffering with his pace, and now he's crashed out of the race. And yes, that did rhyme. But he will, of course, respawn and continue. 1.2 is my gap. So Mir, who was over 2.9 behind a few laps ago, is really closing. And I've gone wide. I need to try and make sure that I can stay in front, but I don't know what tyres Mir was on, but maybe the harder compound like the medium rear is starting to come into its own now. 0.7 is the gap. Oh, another rear end twitch there. I mean, the soft rear tyre is doing its job really good, but I don't know how much longer I can hold on with this pace. I don't even know if this pace is good enough. Okay, yeah, got 2 laps to try and hold on to this lead, but that is going to be a tall order aboard the Aprilia. Okay, so across the line. Penultimate lap. It's over a second to Petrucci. 1.3. Come on, Aprilia. Let's have a win in our first race. That would be a turnout for the books, that's for sure. Let's just keep it going. Let's not do anything stupid on this final lap. We have started to edge out a little bit more. So if we can keep that gap over a second, that will be me very happy. Oh, I've braked too late again. Again, too deep into that hairpin. Still can't get over Dovi, leading for quite a bit of the race. And then able to stay with him, get past him, and then he crashes. Okay, right. Get a good exit out of here. Petrucci's crashed as well. not a good day for the factory Ducati boys. Both Dovizioso and Danilo Petrucci have crashed in this race. Meanwhile, out front on the Aprilia, I am still leading. Coming to finish the penultimate lap, which means 1 lap to go before the end of the race. Run to the line. Still got a nice gap. It looks over a second still. Final lap. 1.7 to Viñales. Aprilia is still feeling pretty smooth. Again, still not really spinning up its rear too much unless I do something crazy with the throttle, just like putting it fully on, coming out of slow corners. But other than that, it's very stable. 2.1 seconds is our lead. It's gone back up. Dovy's up to 8th, now down to 9th. Got it stopped for the hairpin that time. Oh, too hot into this one instead though. But we can bring that back. No, we can't. .7, still a nice gap. And we're getting to the section where we usually extend that, and this is obviously where I took the lead as well a few laps ago. Okay, into the fast right-handers. Turn 12, turn 13, and turn 14, which is a little bit slower. 1.9. 2 corners to go. One corner to go. Get it stopped in time for the final corner. Very good. Out we come. I am going to win our first race aboard the Aprilia. Wow. Was not expecting that. Dovizioso and Petrucci both crashing in this race. So Viñales finishing second and Joan Mir in third. What a race! What a start to the season with, let's not forget, the Aprilia. So leading the championship, obviously winning the first race. Leading the team championship as well by 9 points because Alicia got 8.
Impose a frantic pace on today's race, and now he and his mechanics are rightly going to party.
That was just wow. I was really expecting a real struggle there. Well done. We have won with Aprilia. Aprilia have won a race in MotoGP. Obviously only on the game, but better than nothing.
Here are the stars of the day enjoying a round of applause from the team and fans. Everyone gave it their all today. You can't deny that these riders...
I did have to push. I did have to give my all. That's for sure. Couldn't take it easy in that race. It was just crazy how I managed to follow Dovey for a long time, take the lead, he crashed, and then the guys behind closed in. Held my nerve, and we took the win with Aprilia. Good start to the season. Perfect start to the season. Alright then, let's do some upgrades. Anti-wheelie, and I think, shall we do the engine? It's only 50. There we go. Alright. Right, now let's look at the leaderboards to see who won the first race in all 3 categories because Red Bull Rookies Cup hasn't started. So Moto 3, Aaron Canet is leading that from Dalla Porta in 2nd, Antonelli 3rd, Messia 4th and Vietti in 5th place. Moto 2, Thomas Luthi is leading that from Baldassari 2nd, Alex Marquez 3rd, Schrotter 4th and Marini in 5th place. Then MotoGP, obviously I'm leading that after winning the first race from Viñales, Mir, Miller and Crutchlow. Anyway guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See you!